I started going to the office. I started eating Chick-fil-A for lunch. And that really compounded. This is when I was going to Orange Theory in the evening. I was eating Chick-fil-A in the lunch because I was justifying that while I'm training tonight, I need protein. What happened was I got super inflamed. Inflammation was everywhere. That's when I really started to feel aches and pains in my joints. That's when I saw my face just holding lots of water. If you look at my board on Instagram and you look at the stories that are pinned, or the reels that are pinned, those before pictures, that was my Chick-fil-A body, 100% of my Chick-fil-A body. And I didn't know it was Chick-fil-A. But if you guys eat Chick-fil-A, you should be careful because Chick-fil-A, the oils that it's fried in is highly inflammatory. That inflammation will last for 2 or 3 days before it comes down. So if you're eating that consistently and you keep compounding it, it ends up building up. And as you get older, it's harder to deal with, right? So as I aged and I started consuming these fried foods from Chick-fil-A primarily, that was the only fast food I really ate. I didn't eat Wendy's or McDonald's or anything. I was like, oh, it's just fried chicken. And I was training, so I was justifying the protein. That inflammation creates lots of problems. So what ends up happening is most people can get weight off because they go into deficit. You run a deficit long enough, the weight's going to come off. But most men that write to me, 99% of them, when I ask them what they want to achieve, it's always, oh, I want to reduce my body fat and build muscle. So the problem there is they're usually at a plateau. Why they're at that plateau is they've run themselves into a deficit so long that their body isn't responding. So now they're skinny fat and they have no muscle. And now they want to continue to build the muscle. But you cannot build the muscle, most of them, because their body is in an inflammatory state. They've run themselves in a calorie deficit so long, they haven't properly aligned the right nutrients, so their body has been inflamed. And when your body's inflamed, you cannot lose weight or build muscle. You can lose weight in a deficit, but over time that stops working. You can only take out so many calories. So you have to respond differently. So the solution to that, guys, is a diet. You have to implement an inflammation diet. You've got to put that diet in place for a couple of weeks. I had to change that diet. For me, it was about 4 weeks. And what happens in that 4 weeks is you're able to significantly reduce the inflammation in your body. Your body reduces and flushes out all the excess of water, and you feel incredible because your digestion is back on track. So now your digestion is back on track. Your body has released tons of toxins, tons of excessive water. You're down body weight. You're closer in body composition. Now your body is in a state where it can actually build muscle and do the things you want it to do for you. So you can continue to train in the gym all you want, right, and run a deficit and keep trying to spin on this hamster wheel like I was doing, or you can realize, hey, wait a minute, there's something going on. I have inflammation. It's coming from something in my diet. And most people that are running healthy diets, there are things in those healthy diets that are causing inflammation. Even before I got on a contest prep, I was dealing with inflammation in Plateaus, and that coach had made me aware that these little granola snacks and certain little things were causing inflammation because they were processed. So, solution is, there is a solution to those people. What we do is immediately we adjust the diet, we put them on a proper diet to take down the inflammation, which flushes them out, drops a few pounds, gets their digestion on track, and then we recognize the markers are in place to actually build muscle. And then you can switch the diet. You have to switch the diet. And then you can switch to a higher protein, less fat diet because the body's in a better position internally to do what you want it to do and achieve externally. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, let me know.